Hey, it's your boy Tony Amore of Urban Crimes TV, and I'm back with another video. But before we get started, can you please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that I'm able to bring you the latest information concerning crimes that plague urban communities across America. Now let's get started. 35-year-old Nissa Walcott, a loving mother of one 15-year-old son, was described by her family and friends as a beautiful woman, someone whom was loving and caring and kind-spirited to everyone that she encountered. But tragically, on February the 25th, 2022, Nissa would be found deceased, stuffed inside of a plastic storage bin on a Bronx sidewalk. Now, according to Nissa's brother, Eugene Butler, whom is currently living in Atlanta, Georgia, he said that on February the 16th, after making several attempts to contact Nissa and not being able to get a hold of her, that he grew concerned when he started receiving mysterious text messages from her phone. He said that during an exchange of text messages, that the language that was being used made him say, "Wait a minute, this is not my sister responding," which prompted him to call 911 to report her missing. On February the 25th at around 11 a.m., a man said that while he was sifting through some resale items dumped by people at a local self-help storage facility across from the site where Nissa's body was found at 950 University Ave along Deegan Expressway just blocks away from Yankee Stadium, that he noticed a dresser that had been abandoned there and decided to come back a short time later to retrieve it. He said that upon his return just before 2 p.m., a foul odor drew his attention, and he saw what appeared to be a human foot sticking out from a plastic container that he said he didn't notice there earlier. After notifying the authorities, the New York City Police Department detective said that the remains found were that of missing 35-year-old Nissa Walcott, and that the person of interest was her cousin. Detectives said that after identifying the remains and reviewing surveillance footage of Nissa's East Harlem apartment building in Upper Manhattan, that they observed the victim's 21-year-old cousin, Colette Barrow of the Bronx, enter the apartment building with Nissa, but said she was never seen leaving. They said that further investigation revealed that Colette, along with another unidentified male, was later seen leaving the apartment building with a plastic container Nissa's remains were found in.
We're learning more about the man accused of killing his cousin and dumping her body in a plastic container on a street in the Bronx. Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson talked to the 35-year-old Nissa Walcott's family as they mourn her loss and open up about the alleged killer, their cousin, Khalid Barrow.
A touching memorial outside of Nissa Walcott's building on East 99th Street, the same place her cousin Khalid Barrow allegedly murdered the single mom, stored her body in a plastic container on the roof for days, and then dumped the box in the Bronx.
I'm ashamed to call him cousin. I'm ashamed to call him. And this will be the last time I will claim that demon seed.
Eugene tells me his family will never forget the second they got word Nissa was dead.
I can't explain the scream that came from the pit of my stomach, and I collapsed.
Eugene last spoke with Nissa February 14th, then got these odd texts from her phone, but he was convinced his sister wasn't sending them.
No matter what she was going through, she always picks the phone up for me.
February 16th, Nissa's son got a text from her cell saying she was taking care of business, that Barrow would watch after him while she was away. That same day, the teen says he saw Barrow cleaning the floor and that the apartment smelled like bleach. Angie tells me Nissa would just never leave her son.
I remember when she gave birth to him, she told me that that would be her one and only child. And that was her one and only.
February 18th video at Nissa's building allegedly shows Barrow dragging a plastic bin to the roof. 7 days later, it appears he returns and with help from a second man carries the container out of the building. Cameras then show a man dumping the bin in the Bronx. An autopsy revealed a bone in Nissa's neck was fractured, indicating she had been strangled. The 35-year-old worked at ACS with Sinclair.
You know, she was an open book, wore her heart on her sleeve. I didn't know anything was happening in her personal life like that would lead to anything like this.
Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
In a statement made by a neighbor, he said that Nissa let her cousin stay with her. "How do you do that to your cousin?" he said. "She gave you shelter. She gave you a place to live. She actually extended her hand, and this is how you repay her." Barrow was later charged with murder and concealing a human corpse, although Nissa's cause of death was not immediately clear pending an autopsy from the medical examiner's office. In an emotional statement made by Norma Menendez, Nissa's friend of 15 years, who employed her at the Live on Lexington barbershop where she was a beautician, she said, "This is not reality. She had a family who loves her. She was a beautiful person, and she had a lot of life. She was an entrepreneur and a very nice person." Well, crime solvers, that's going to do it for another episode of Urban Crimes TV. And to the family of Nissa Walcott, her name will never be forgotten. May she rest in peace. Again, if you're new to my channel, please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Remember, no one tells our stories like we tell our stories. You be blessed.